Mastery. It is the feeling of having greater command of reality, other people, and ourselves. In simple sense, it is the feeling of being creative and brilliant. Although it might be something we experience for only a short while, but for masters like Leonardo da Vinci, Napoleon Bonaparte, Charles Darwin, Thomas Edison, this feeling of being creative and brilliant had become their way of life, their way of seeing the world. Over the centuries, people have placed a wall around such mastery. They have called it genius and have thought of it as inaccessible. They have seen it as the product of privilege, inborn talent, or just the right alignment of stars. They have made it seem as if it were as elusive as magic, as if creativity and brilliance appear out of nowhere. But that wall is imaginary, and this power of mastery is accessible to all of us. The process leading to this ultimate form of power can be identified in three distinct phases or levels. The first is the apprenticeship. The second is the creative active. And finally, the mastery. We must be very patient during this process, as it takes 10,000 hours of working on our passion to become a true master. This process can be illustrated in the following manner. Let us say we are learning the piano or entering a new job where we must acquire certain skills. In the beginning, we are outsiders. Our initial impressions of the piano or the work environment are based on prejudgments and often contain an element of fear. When we first studied the piano, the keyboard looks rather intimidating. We don't understand the relationships between the keys, the chords, the pedals, and everything else that goes into creating music. In a new job situation, we are ignorant of the power relationships between people, the psychology of our boss, the rules and procedures that are considered critical for success. We are confused. The knowledge we need in both cases is over our heads. Although we might enter this situation with excitement about what we can learn or do with our new skills, we quickly realize how much hard work there is ahead of us. The great danger is that we give in to the feelings of boredom, impatience, fear, and confusion. We stop observing and learning. The process comes to a halt. This is the point which separates the masters from the general folks. You see, masters doesn't let the process come to a halt. They don't give up. So if we desire to attain mastery, then instead of letting the process come to a halt, we manage these emotions and allow time to take its course. Something remarkable begins to take shape. As we continue to observe and follow the lead of others, we gain clarity, learning the rules and seeing how things work and fit together. If we keep practicing, we gain fluency, basic skills are mastered, allowing us to take on newer and more exciting challenges. We begin to see connections that were invisible to us before. We slowly gain confidence in our ability to solve problems or overcome weaknesses through sheer persistence. At a certain point, we move from student to practitioner. We try on our new own ideas, gaining valuable feedbacks in the process. We use our expanding knowledge in ways that are increasing creative. Instead of just learning how others do things, we bring our own style and individuality into play. As years go by and we remain faithful to this process, yet another leap takes place to mastery. The keyboard is no longer something outside of us. It is internalized and become part of our nervous system, our fingertips. In our career, we now have a feel for the group dynamic, the current state of business. We can apply this feel to social situations, seeing deeper into other people and anticipating their reactions. We can make decisions that are rapid and highly creative. Ideas come to us. We have learned the rules so well that we can now be the ones to break or rewrite them. And thus we become the master of our own chosen field. Let it be music, art, science, or any other field. And lastly, remember this secret. The brain that we possess is the work of 6 million years of development. And more than anything else, this evolution of brain was designed to lead us to mastery, the latent power within us all.